Alright, so for all the people who have watched this anime, y'all already know that this is peak. So I'm gonna give you like 2 seconds to click off this video and go watch it real quick. Alright, now that the losers are gone, let's start this So boom, quick context. There is this science organization called S.E.R.N. Pretty harmless, right? Wrong! These MFers are constantly fucking with this dude Okabe. So one day, Okabe somehow figured out time travel. Kinda. You see, when I say time machine, I actually mean this microwave that can send emails to the past that alter the present, called D-mails. And every time he sends one, it changes the world line. Look, I know this sounds confusing, just stay with me. Anyway, remember S.E.R.N? That calm, chill, totally not evil science organization? Yeah, they're also trying to build a time machine so that they can rule the world.
That doesn't sound very chill.
So now that the stage is set, let's talk about the first time S.E.R.N screwed over the gang. Now technically, this first instance doesn't even involve Okabe. It involves this girl, Chris, or Christina, if you know you know, who gets stabbed to death by her own dad. That's dumb. Like, I know some of our dads love to get the milk, but this dude, he's top 5 when it comes to worst anime parents of all time. Basically, he's so salty that his daughter mogs him at science that he straight up kills her and steals her time travel theory, which ends up sparking World War III. Yeah, I told you he's top 5. Now you might be asking,
what does this have to do with S.E.R.N?
And yeah, technically this first encounter isn't directly S.E.R.N's fault, but come on, they're basically
what do you say fuck me for?
Okay, so we move on to the next event with Okabe and his gang getting a hold of this Cinco. I mean this old ass computer. Now again, you might be asking, what the fuck does an Atari have to do with this? Bro, trust me, this whole anime is the butterfly effect, so let me cook. Anyway, there's this guy on Reddit talking about how he's from the future and warns people about S.E.R.N, saying that behind closed doors they're making a time machine to take over the world. Okay, to backtrack a bit, S.E.R.N made a public announcement saying that they failed working on a time machine. And of course, just like that dude that was looking for some purple goo at Chuck E. Cheese, they thought his ass was crazy. But after obtaining the 5, Okabe is like, what if this punk ass nigga ain't lying? So they checked to see if he's telling the truth. And sure enough, he was. Oh my god! These niggas are doing human experiments and turning people into jelly? Nah, Jarvis, add that to the hoe counter. Like, I can't imagine how insane that must be. Wait, is that nigga fusing to the wall? Oh, S.E.R.N the ops for real. So yeah, they straight up lied. They've been working on a time machine this whole time. And now, they start texting Okabe like it's a horror movie. Nah, Okabe a better man than me because the second I get a text saying, I'm watching you, nigga, I would shut this shit down quick. And looking back at this, I actually have no idea why he didn't tell the rest of the lab, because this decision is gonna come back and bite him hard. Now this next part is the biggest turning point in the show. Because after basically making a working time machine, they go, wait, there's more. And build a time leap machine, which lets you send your memories 48 hours back in time. Like, bro, these niggas are really out here trapping off a microwave. This takes Hood Research Department to another level. And to make things even crazier, Okabe starts getting those creepy messages right after they finish building it. This right here is the calm before the storm. Now let me give you a little context so Okabe doesn't look like a complete dumbass. You see, the same day he got those ominous ass texts, he actually tells the team that they should go public with the time machine and sell it instead of messing around with it. Smart, right? But it's already too late, because after running into this girl and basically telling her everything, they get jumped in their own crib. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And right before it's over, this girl from the future pulls up with the clutch and gives Okabe just enough time to time. Now the D-mails were bad enough, but sending your actual memories back in time, yeah, we're asking to get fried. But somehow it works. Okabe gets his memories sent back in time. So now he cancels everything and tries to get Mayuri out of there, taking her to a busted subway station. But then this dude comes behind him and pulls a whole light Yagami. Don't move. Man, get your corny ass out of here. So they try to run, but all roads lead to Truck-kun. Man, get the fuck out the way! And just like that, Mayuri gets taken out again. And now it's on Okabe to time again. This time, he comes up with a new plan. Operation Get Mayuri to a different subway station and dip. So now they're at a new station with Okabe's head on a swivel. No ops in sight. Everything's looking good. But then this random girl walks up like she's about to say what's up. Damn, nigga! Nah, that is a crazy way to go. Lie hi Mayuri. Now, if you haven't put it together yet, all these goons are from S.E.R.N. because they didn't start tracking them after they finished building the time machine. They've been watching since the beginning, the moment they hacked into their system.
It was me, Barry.
Jarvis, add that to the hoe counter. And now Okabe keeps time leaping over and over and over again, trying to save Mayuri. But nothing works. In every single timeline, she still dies. Now this right here might be the biggest hoe in the entire video, because fate itself is on S.E.R.N's side. Jarvis, yeah, add that to the counter. Now the next person to get absolutely hoed by S.E.R.N is this girl from the future, Suzuha. Because after Okabe realizes that he can time leap back to the exact same day the machine was built, he now has more time to figure things out instead of being stuck in that tiny window. And this is where Suzuha finally reveals everything. She's from the future, and the one that warned everyone on Reddit. And she got here using an actual time machine. Oh, say less! So we could just use that and fix everything, right? And it's broken, isn't it? Of course it is. So now you're probably wondering, what is she even doing here? Well, you see, all roads lead to S.E.R.N. Because after using the purple goo, she came here back in time to stop S.E.R.N from taking over. Cause her life in the future, yeah, let's just say it was no peaches and cream. So now the gang gets together trying to fix the time machine so she can go back to the past to grab the IBN 5100 so they can stop all of this from happening in the first place. But something gets messed up in the calculations. She loses all of her memories and ends up living a completely normal life. And by the time she finally remembers everything, it's too late. Which in the end, she intentionally dug down in Minecraft. Jarvis. Now this next part is when Okabe finally figures out how to get back to the original timeline. The one where S.E.R.N doesn't take over. The solution? Undo every single D-mail they sent throughout the show. Starting with one from this girl, Ferris. Now her D-mail got sent way before the incident. So you'd think it's something random, right? Like me personally, I would have sent some dumb shit like, "Don't upload that nigga!" But nah, hers was different. She used her D-mail to bring her dad back to life. And when you realize that, you can't even blame her. If my dad got slimed and I have a chance to bring him back, best believe I ain't control Zing that shit. And honestly, before S.E.R.N was getting in the way of things, her dad being alive didn't really change much in the timeline. So because S.E.R.N's evil as fuck, he has to go back to the grave. Fuck S.E.R.N. But Ferris knows what she has to do and undoes her D-mail, saying goodbye to her dad. Jarvis, add that to the counter. Okay, that one was actually pretty easy to undo. But this next one's gonna be a problem. You see, this one involves this dude, Rukoko.
Miles, that's clearly a girl.
Nah, bro, that's a nigga. So back before shit got wicked, he sent a D-mail that pretty much turned him from a dude to a girl. How, you ask? Well, something about his mom eating vegetables as a kid and having an effect on the kid's gender, yada 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 yada. You're probably wondering why he'd even want to be a girl in the first place, aside from the obvious. Hey, look, man. Look at Nine Vicious. I mean, I've seen some dudes prettier than some girls. Dad? Anyway, he wanted to be a girl so he could go on a date with Okabe. Now, the last one was sent by this girl. You see, before it got revealed that she was one of the ops, she was actually pretty chill and even officially joined the lab. But when she sent her D-mail, it triggered events to where she got a hold of the IBN 5100 before them, pretty much fucking them over and leading to the following events. And while we're trying to fix this dumpster fire. And so Okabe goes to confront her and get her to undo the D-mail. But it turns out she was a part of one of those Discord e-kitten servers that turned her into a mercenary with one goal: capture Okabe. So now we gotta find the person that she was taking orders from and undo the D-mail through them. And how do we do that? By going on a long ass fetch quest. Damn, that shit was long. Eventually, they track down the owner of the server. Knowing he's fucked, he starts giving his sob story. Womp womp womp, cry me a river gang. Whoa man, easy now. No wait, I can't share that one on YouTube!
This nigga is crazy.
With both of them dead, they're able to undo the D-mail. Well, that was a lot. Okabe, stand proud, you were strong. We can finally kick back and realize, wait a minute! To save Mayuri and return to their original world line, all they have to do is undo all the D-mails, right? But there's still one left, the very first one. The D-mail Okabe sent at the beginning of this series. The one that saved Chris's life. Okay, now it's getting critical. Mayuri or Chris? Who lives and who dies? A decision that Okabe is not willing to make. So it's up to Chris to say her goodbyes and alt F4 from life. F in the chat, y'all. And that's the end. They, other than Chris, live happily ever after. Until this fuck-ass time machine pops up again. Now Okabe's getting flashbacks, cause, you know, he was living that ReZero life for a minute. But a different version of Suzuha pulls up. You gotta come with me to stop World War III. Because even though Chris died, World War III still happens. And you guessed it, it all traces back to S.E.R.N. But at first, Okabe doesn't care at all what she has to say. But stopping World War III also gives him a chance to save Chris. So Okabe hops in and they go back to the past. The plan is simple. Stop her from getting stabbed. Easy, right? Nope. Because when he runs up to confront her dad, he accidentally kills Chris himself. This man goes back to their present, looking absolutely devastated. Brochacho looks like he just got finished with 10 hours of surgery. But you see, this was God's plan, no Drake. Because apparently he has to fail that mission once, so he can go through the events that happen in the future to start this whole shit. I'ma keep it a buck, ChatGPT was my best friend when it came to understanding this shit. So they go back again, this time with a new plan. Knock Chris out and stage the scene to make it look like she got stabbed without actually killing her. So Okabe pulls up and gets stabbed, knocks Chris out, and uses his own blood to recreate the scene he originally saw. And just like that, everything lines up. World War III gets prevented, and both Mayuri and Chris survive. Wow, what a journey. It's honestly a miracle that this video even got made. Because trying to make a script for this whole plot is like trying to solve Newton's left nut theory or some shit, bruh. So if you want a part 2, because there's a whole other 24 episode season that ties into all of this, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video up and make sure to subscribe to join your boy on this journey. Check out the socials down below. Hold up to the streams, y'all. We live 11 AM EST every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Subscribe to the second channel as well. Content there soon. I'm lying. Love you boys. I'm out.